Hi, it's Libby. It's day 23 of my Zero Free Plastic Challenge to go 30 days without buying anything wrapped in plastic food-wise. So it's really going well. I've been away, so that's why I've not been on YouTube for a few days. So I went down to London, or just on the outskirts of London, on Friday afternoon. I went to visit my son, and my daughter also joined us over the weekend. So I packed my car up with my veggie box and lots of fruit, lots of snacks, and all the things that I needed for the weekend to go zero free. I hadn't actually told my two children that I've been doing this because because I just felt that at the moment it was just me doing it, and it could kind of complicate things when I got down to London. So when I got down there, I did tell my son that I've been doing this, and I did mention it to my daughter. So they're both very, very supportive of my work that I do. Being a yoga teacher, I'm very much on this lifestyle anyway. So it's no big deal for them. They just accept me, who I am and what I do. So that was good. We went out for dinner on the Friday evening. We went to a nice Greek Turkish sort of restaurant, and we had a nice starter. We had a meze, lots of nice bread, and then we had a sort of Greek sort of meal, which was very, very lovely. I had a cherry juice, which came out of a glass container. But unfortunately, the food, I don't know if it had plastic wrapped around the cheese or whatever I'd eaten. I assume it had, but I am, like I said before on some of my previous videos, I'm not in control of what I eat in a restaurant. So you have to take it at face value. So one thing I've learned about this is to be a little bit flexible. You know, if I go around to somebody's house and they've got tea bags that maybe has been made with it's got plastic in it, what do? Do I refuse it? And do I insult them saying, oh no, I don't want one of your tea bags because you've got plastic wrapped around it, or I don't want your coffee because your coffee's got like in a plastic bag. You know, those sort of things I have to just accept what it is. Otherwise, you know, what I'm supposed to do is sit in my house and do nothing. So you kind of have to go with the flow. So it was the same with my son. I'd taken a lot of things down already for myself, but I had to go with the flow of what he'd prepared and the food that he had in the house. But I think I did really well. I would say probably 60-70% of the food I ate was zero free. I took lots of salad down with me, and I did prepare a couple of the lunches for my son, and that was with the veggie boxes that I had. But the rest of it, he'd made some lovely things. So again, I had to, I didn't have to, but I chose to eat the food that he'd made, which was really delicious. And it was made with love. And I had a conversation with him regarding, you know, the plastic-free stuff. And one thing that came out, he'd actually had a milkman had come to his door and to ask him if he wanted to have the milk delivered. And I think he said he'd have to think about it. But yeah, that's his choice. Yeah, that's his choice. He's probably not the same page as me, which is absolutely fine. He might go back and might think, you know what, I'm going to have the milk delivered. And that would be a nice start, because the milk tastes delicious when it's in the glass bottles rather than the plastic cartons and things. On the Sunday, while I was down with my son, my daughter came up for the weekend as well, and we went for walks, we cycled, and also I had a conversation with my son regarding his garden, and we bought lots of herbs and we planted those up. So that's going to be a case of him able to go into his garden and get you know, like herbs for salad, and he's cooking, and he won't have to buy them in plastic bags, because like he said, you buy them in plastic bags and often you buy them, you probably buy too much, and they go waste, you know, and the bags make them go soft and wet. So that's kind of a little bit something we want to avoid. Again, throwing waste away food wise contributes to a wasteful lifestyle. So that was something that I had the conversation about. And I had another conversation with my daughter, who told me that for the last 3 years she's been using Ecosia search engine. And I was like, wow, why didn't you tell me about this? I only found out about 2 weeks ago when I met a friend, and they were like, oh yeah, we've been using that, and why don't you sign up for it? Something I'd not even known about. So my next step is to look at my gas and electricity and go with some companies that are more green and more eco-friendly, renewable energy. So I need to do my research on that. But all in all, I think I did really well at the weekend. I did have to have some food that had wrapped in plastic, but I don't consider the fact that that has caused me to fail the challenge, because at the end of the day, when I'm in my house, I'm zero free. And so that was quite enlightening, really, that I felt that I'd done really, really well. So hey, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I've had to get back into the lifestyle because obviously I'd been away. I got back last night very, very tired, so I'll keep it kind of short because I am very tired right now. I was supposed to teach tonight. Unfortunately, there was a really bad accident on the motorway, and which sort of spilt onto the roads coming into where I teach. So I'd only got like 2 people who said they're going to be able to make it. So I decided to take matters in my own hand and cancel. So I had a lovely, lovely meal tonight. I've made myself curry and rice, and it's been a different evening. It's been raining here all in the UK, so it's a bit of a cold sort of feel about it after we'd had a few days of sunshine. So so it makes you want to stay in and hibernate, really. So I'm gonna sign off now. One thing I didn't do at the weekend, I was going to go and gather some pine cones in the forest, but I just ran out of time, really. My son had a lot of wood from trees and things that he's cut down in his garden, so he's going to save those for me. So again, that will help with my log burner. So it all, like, saving money, saving plastic, being more conscious and aware of buying things that's made with plastic or not. So yeah, it's going well, and I'm really pleased at how far I've got. I've only got 7 more days before I finish the challenge, and people saying, "Oh, you're going to go back to buying things in plastic?" No, I won't go back. There'll be days where I probably will go to the supermarket and probably in a rush maybe buy something by accident, but it's my consciousness has changed over this, and I feel in a totally different place than I did 23 days ago when I decided to set the challenge for myself. So it has been really life-changing. After the 30 days, yes, I'll still come on YouTube. I'll still do some talks and things about lifestyle issues. Because I'm a yoga teacher, I'd like to go down the line of teaching you breathing techniques and various things that can help you to improve your health and well-being, helping you to create a better life for yourself that doesn't involve rushing around and getting stressed. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to have quite an early night tonight. I've got a little bit of work to do before I go to bed, but I'm going to have a little bit of a meditation and get myself into a really nice chilled out zone. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to get myself a nice cup of tea, and I'll see you back on YouTube tomorrow for day 24. Thanks a lot for joining me tonight, and I'll see you soon. Bye.